we are here this morning to celebrate the acquisition of two very important properties in the Tijeras Arroyo Biological Zone. And so therefore I want you all to first recognize that we are all in the zone. And we are in the zone and we are killing it. And we're so excited about the acquisition of these two properties to add into this very, very important project for our city. The Tijeras Arroyo BioZone project began years ago and was captured in a plan that was approved by our city council in 2014, which called for an integrated effort to protect about a 4-mile corridor along the Tijeras Creek. The city's been working hard at that for a number of years with our partners, and we are making some excellent progress on this project. With the acquisition of these two parcels that we're announcing today, one of which is 8 acres and the other is 25 acres. So with the acquisition of these two new parcels totaling 33 acres, the city now owns 170 acres in the TABZ. So we have 170 acres protected in the zone. Now, these particular parcels we're very, very excited about being able to protect for present and future generations. The 8-acre site is near the Carnué exit right off the highway here to the east of us. And it's a registered archaeological site and cultural property that includes the original settlement site of the Carnué Land Grant. This is a priceless part of our state and area's heritage and history. Absolutely priceless, now protected for all time. And it was especially important that we worked with the land grant to protect this history and living heritage. And the city and the land grant plan to work very closely together to protect and interpret this site for the public. Now, the 25-acre parcel that we are on right now includes a prime section of riparian zone along Tijeras Creek, as well as some of the foothill land behind us. This property, as you can see, already has ample parking. It will serve as a very important portal that connects to an extensive open space trail system, as well as a site for environmental education and restoration activities. This site also has a rich and interesting varied history of human use. And these two acquisitions bring our total protected open space lands within the Tijeras BioZone. I think I misspoke. It brings our total protected lands to a total of 343 acres. So about double what I said before. So this is spectacular progress, and these two properties are really tremendously important linchpins. These are critical pieces of the puzzle that we have now protected and put in place. And we're so excited to be announcing these acquisitions today. Before we go a little bit further in the program, I want to say that none of this would happen without the hard work of our open space staff and city employees from our Parks and Rec department. We have a number of them here, and thank you very much. That was what I was going to ask for there, a little appreciation for your public servants. They have already jumped in with both feet here in this property, and over the last few months done an incredible amount of work to clean these properties up and begin to prepare them for public use and enjoyment. And we appreciate very much the work of our staff. Now, these parcels and the acreage that we've acquired in the zone are part of this extensive plan for the Tijeras BioZone. And this plan is going to really involve an integrated education, protection, education, and recreation opportunities along this entire 4-mile area. We're completing a Tijeras Creek cultural corridor plan right now that's going to wrap up by the end of this year, and we will start to implement the plan in 2023. This includes a plan for the Route 66 Little Beaver Town parcel, which is a little west of us here. That's going to be a trailhead and parking area. Throughout the corridor, we're going to start installing interpretive signs and a visual story map that'll orient people and educate them about the natural and cultural history of the Tijeras Arroyo. And then, of course, here at this site, we hope it will be a focal point for education and restoration for people of all ages. I want to say that a lot of this work, the acquisition work, has been funded through the city's general obligation bond program, which if you live and vote in the city, thank you very much for your support for the city's general obligation bond. 2% of every general obligation bond is set aside for open space acquisition. And I think when you stand on a property like this one, you can say you're getting your money's worth. We also are very excited that the Open Space Division has been awarded a trails grant from the city, from the state of New Mexico, which we're going to implement with partners here to build some new trail. It'll be ADA accessible trails, and do some stream restoration right here in the area of the future education center. So planning is underway for that trail, and stream restoration efforts are underway with our partners, the Rocky Mountain Youth Corps and Rio Grande Returns. And construction of that ADA trail is actually also slated for 2023. So we're incredibly excited. These acquisitions are a major success for the Tijeras Arroyo BioZone effort. And we could never get this done without the work of our tremendous partners. There's so many here that I think you'll be amazed by the list. Many of you are here, so thank you for coming. We love all of you, and it will take all of us to realize the vision for this project. But among our many community partners on the Tijeras BioZone project include the Open Space Alliance, Ciudad Soil and Water Conservation District, the Cañon de Carnué Land Grant, Tijeras Creek Watershed Collaborative, Talking Talents Youth Leadership, Rocky Mountain Youth Corps, Ancestral Lands Conservation Corps, Rio Grande Returns, Heroes Pathway, Nature Matters, Volunteers for the Outdoors, one of my personal favorites, Galloping Goats Grazing, Bernalillo County Open Space, the Village of Tijeras, the Singing Arrow Community Center, East Mountain Historical Society, and I'm sure there are going to be many, many more partners to come in this exciting project. Now, also, we could not get this work done without the partnership of our community leaders, including some of our elected officials who have been backing this project and are working with us in partnership as well. I want to introduce a couple of those to you now. Next up to speak is City Councilor Renee Grout.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here today. Isn't this lovely? We are so blessed and so fortunate to have such a beautiful property and just right here. This week I met a man who had recently moved here from West Tennessee, and he said that our city's open space are one of the things that makes Albuquerque a great place to live. We already knew that, but I think for those of us that grew up here, sometimes we tend to take that for granted. You see, he pointed out that in other parts of the country, all the land is privately owned, and there aren't great opportunities to hike and bike and explore. But we have that right here. We're very lucky. These key land acquisitions in the Tijeras Arroyo BioZone are something we should never take for granted. Our children and their children will enjoy this space for generations to come. We are so close to the city, but in many ways it feels like we're very far away. It's close enough to be accessible, but still feels like it's a real escape. When I come out here, underneath the beautiful trees and next to the Tijeras Creek, I can feel my blood pressure drop. And wait until you get up into those hills. It's just lovely. This place is truly an oasis. We have great plans for this space. There will be an education center for school groups and for families. The space to our west here will be for concerts and lectures. There are plans to remove the invasive plants to give native species a chance to thrive and restore the ecosystem in the area. And with plenty of parking and designated trailheads, it'll be a great jumping off point for a day of hiking. The city's real property division is working with Open Space Superintendent Colleen McRoberts to acquire property and right-of-way across private property to complete the trail from here to Singing Arrow Community Center, which is just to the west of here. It's going to be really important to make this area and these trails accessible to everyone, whatever their physical abilities. So ADA accessible trails are also on our wish list. One of my top priorities is raising the money to help make these plans can happen. I'll keep advocating for these improvements in the city's capital budget. I'll also be working with our state legislators, the county commission, and our federal delegation to find other sources of funding. City council staff is already looking out for state and federal funding and grant opportunities. The Tijeras Arroyo open space is a jewel in our city, an amenity for the entire area, and we're going to work together to complete these improvements and make this space something we can all enjoy.
One of the benefits of our city's open space program is we have a little latitude to work in the region, which means outside the boundaries of the city of Albuquerque, and that has enabled us to do work throughout Bernalillo County. And the partnership with Bernalillo County is so important. We're very pleased to have County Commissioner Charlene Piscotti here. Please favor us with some remarks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. This is my old stomping grounds. I live a few miles out that way, and I come out here hiking. I used to come horseback riding a lot out here. There were 2 feed stores here before this was here, and they used to have rodeos and music back here. And when I heard, I guess I first heard it from Colleen, that this was going to become sort of the center of the open space out here, the cultural corridor. I was so excited because this used to be a community gathering space, and it's just sort of a natural place where people gather, because on those nights when they'd have rodeos or music here, people from everywhere came out. These grounds were just filled with people. And so I'm very excited about that. And I want to tell you a little story because I love this area. Like I said, I used to go horseback riding. And there's, as you know, I hope you took the tour, there's a creek that runs through. And sometimes I would be on one of my horses who would be like, yeah, let's go through the creek, this is fun. And other times I'd be on the horse, it's like, no, we're not going through the creek. We're not gonna jump the creek. And so I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, you know what, with the city of Albuquerque, with all these other partnerships, we've really jumped the creek. It's such a bold plan to turn this into a cultural corridor, an open space corridor, tying in with the BioZone. Everything ties together. And when I got here, I didn't know who was on the invitation list, but when I saw everybody, I thought this was fantastic. I know these people, I've worked with these people, and to see everybody coming together for a common cause to build this is just amazing to me. And as a representative of the county, I really see how this also ties into our own open spaces, how it'll bring people out, from the city or from other parts of the county or other counties or just other places to come here and really explore this beautiful, unique area. So I just want to thank you all. It's been so much work. I hope that people have had a chance to look at the plans and just the vision for this area. I've been to all the meetings, the planning meetings. I think it was earlier this year, Colleen told me about this, and we took a tour, and it was freezing cold, and it was like, I was so excited. So yeah, I'm just so appreciative of everybody working together to build this beautiful, beautiful space, and my vision is that it will again become the gathering area, and sacred ground that it really is. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Love you so much.
Well, the reality is the Carnué Land Grant preceded the city of Albuquerque and the Open Space Division by a long, long time. And so we're extremely humbled to be able to connect to this deep heritage of this land grant, and especially honored that we have 3 board members from the land grant here today for this celebration. I want them all to kind of be up here, and they include J.J. Herrera, the current board president, I believe, Valerie Garcia, and Moises Gonzalez, both of whom are on the board too. J.J.?
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. You know, this is a momentous time. We're super happy on bringing this place alive. It was dead for so long. It was falling apart. It looked really nasty, and you guys have done a great job. As far as the partnership's going, we love the fact that we finally have a place to call our own as far as our history. A lot of youth didn't even know this was even a part of their true history, and the education alone is going to be great. So I do appreciate the partnership and everybody's hard work on getting this done. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, JJ. And as speakers have mentioned, we have a lot of work to do to protect and to restore the Tijeras Creek corridor. One of our key partners in open space is the Ciudad Soil and Water Conservation District. They have embraced this project wholeheartedly. They've stepped up when we needed that help, and we are forming some great work here together. Here to speak about that is Steve Glass, the chairman of the board.
Thank you, David. Well, welcome everybody. The law says in New Mexico that conservation districts are here to collaborate, to form partnerships, to get conservation on the ground, educate the public about conservation, make things happen through collaboration. So we're one agency that can actually say we're from the government and we're here to help. So we are here to help. We are very, very proud to be involved in this and many other projects in collaboration with City Open Space. I'm particularly proud of Astrid Hugelin, of our staff, as well as Teresa Aragon here, who's with us with Heroes Path and what was the other one? What's it called? Nature Matters. Yes, thank you for successfully negotiating that Trails Plus grant that David talked about, $500,000 to get an ADA, beyond ADA trail put in here, and it helped get the word out to the public that you can enjoy open space right in your backyard. That's what we do. We collaborate. I will also put out a shout for anybody who's interested in supporting us in future grant opportunities. We've applied for money to restore the entire length of Tijeras Creek, around another $500,000. We're working with Bernalillo County to put another restoration site right up here by the schools. So again, we are really proud for all the partnerships we've managed to form over the years. We're very grateful to those of you in other public agencies who have recognized our potential and our value and our commitment to the natural resources. And we're here to help, as I said before, and that's for real.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve. All right, awesome. You're all terrific and important to us. We appreciate every one of you so much. And I think when you're friends and your family, you break bread together. And so in lieu of a kind of a ribbon cutting, we've done a little ribbon tree wrapping there. So you just, we get that, what that means. But what we thought, this is really a celebration. It's a celebration of these 2 acquisitions, but it's a celebration of years of planning, of implementation, of hard work to get to this point, and certainly a celebration of amazing things that are yet to come in this project. So we'd like to join all together for a little toast, if you will. Are we good? All right, well, everyone stand up. You're probably getting a little chilly sitting down there. So move around a little bit, get the bubbles going in your cider, and raise your glass. And I'm going to make this a very simple celebration toast to the Tijeras BioZone and the people who are making this project happen. Cheers. Let's eat cake.